So Joe Biden was giving an interview regarding the possibility of voting despite a global health crisis when his brain malfunctioned. This isn't deja vu. Unfortunately, the sad truth is it's every other interview that Joe Biden gives where his brain just breaks midway through a sentence. Now, to be clear, this is not a stutter. I'm not insulting anyone who has a stutter. I stutter sometimes. I know people that stutter. What this is not a stutter. Let's play the clip and then discuss.
The case where we cannot let this, we've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy take second fiddle. We can both have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health.
What was that? I know what he's trying to say, but what did he actually say? I have no idea what that garbled... You can't even call it a sentence. I was going to call it a garbled sentence, but you can't even call it a sentence. I have no clue why this happens to Joe Biden. He just breaks midway through sentence and ends up making no sense at all. What happened there? And I was on Twitter and I was saying, I hope that, someone can make a transcript of this so we can actually read through what he said in order to decipher, where things went wrong in there. And as I said that, someone linked me to a Trump War Room tweet. The Trump campaign is using transcripts of Joe Biden's speech as an attack. I'm not joking. They are seriously doing it. Here's the transcript. They say, "We cannot let this. We've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy sakes second fiddle, we can both have a democracy and ... correct the public health." They're using these as an attack. What is going on here? What is happening with Joe Biden? We don't have to have Joe Biden as the nominee. And by the way, he's wrong here. He's endorsing voting during a global health crisis, and he's using the fact that we did it in the past, as, a basis for why we should do it now. We were stupid then, and we'd be stupid to do it now. In what world would I go vote during a war? In what world in 2020 would I go vote knowing I can get sick from going to the polls and die? So Joe Biden's logic here is stupid. He's using the status quo logic. Well, if things were the way they were back then, it's okay for 2020. No, we know better now. We know that people can literally die from doing this. We know that people will die, not hyperbole, people will die if they go and vote. Now, as of the recording of this video, the governor did an executive order to stop voting, but the conservative Supreme Court overruled that executive order. So let's see, it's up in the air right now. Who knows what's going to happen. But all I know is if the voters select Joe Biden at the voting booths today, then he will get destroyed by Donald Trump in a landslide. If he remains on this trajectory, continues to not make sense whenever he speaks, every other interview, if he gets on that debate stage with Donald Trump and makes no sense at all, he will lose. Doesn't have to be that way. Bernie Sanders is still in the race. I haven't voted. A ton of other states haven't voted, and he's still in there. Leave a comment on your thoughts regarding Joe Biden's nonsense ramblings, and subscribe to join the political revolution against mainstream media. The mainstream media is not going to cover the fact that Joe Biden makes no sense at all when he speaks. Only on independent progressive media will you find these takes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.